Hey gang, today's episode of Vital Vinyl is brought to you by The Littlest Streetcar. It's a children's book written and illustrated by me, and it tells the story of a little worker streetcar, or trolleys as they're known throughout the rest of the world, who wants to be like the bigger, prettier, cooler, more popular streetcars, and through a series of events realizes he's pretty awesome just the way he is. It's a 32-page hardcover full color children's book for kids ages 3 to 9. Don't have any kids ages 3 to 9 in your life, either directly or peripherally? Then this episode is brought to you by Bigfoot Frankenstein. It's a 140-page graphic novel that I illustrated, written by Mark Bertolini, who writes a whole bunch of other comic books, and it's the story of the great whole lot of greats grandson of Dr. Frankenstein, who's hiking through the woods one day, stumbles upon a pile of dead big feet, stitches together pieces of them, harnesses the power of lightning, and creates a new best pal. The two hit the road trying to figure out who's killing all the big feet. There's fights with monsters, giant spiders, mutant rednecks. But then the boys, maybe they find a little love along the way too. A couple of ladies pop up in the book. But, so if you're not looking for something ages teen and up, then this episode is brought to you by Hide. I cannot show you the pages in this because this is a really messed up horror graphic novel. It's about like 150, 160 pages long. It's the story of one day everyone over the age of 18 wakes up and just wants to murder the hell out of everyone under the age of 18. So yeah, it's got like a group of kids that kind of band together and try and fight off all the crazy grown-ups. Grown-ups aren't really crazy when they're just by themselves, but when they see like a kid, they just go banana balls and just want to, slaughter them till there's no more slaughtering to be done. So yep. Littlest Streetcar. Bigfoot Frankenstein. And Hide. You can find them all on my website, vernondraws.com, or on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Google search for local shops in your area. So do it. Perfect. Just in time for the holiday season. Thanks. What up, three dudes? It's your boy Vernon Smith, host of Vital Vinyl, the show where we discuss the fact that I started collecting records back in 1988 at the tender age of 14 when I was a little bitty skater punk rock kid. Did so until 2005 when Hurricane Katrina came and washed them all away, and so I stopped. But then a few months ago I started getting back into records again, rebuilding my collection, and I'm here to talk about the vinyl that was vital to me. If you're new to the program, welcome aboard. And if you're a long lifetime subscriber and viewer, welcome back. So, I know a couple episodes I said that the next episode would be about ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra, and we haven't gotten to that one yet because the last video that I made was a frequently asked questions. Hope y'all got some knowledge from it. And so we're not getting to ELO today either because I picked up some records from Black Friday from Target where they had buy two get one free. So that's what I did. And I'm here to show you what I got. Let's take a look, shall we? Did that without even looking. Alright. So, I got 3 records, but then I also got 6. How's that possible, you might ask, or you might not? Well, I got Rolling Stones, Hot Rocks. It's a greatest hits album, but it's a double album. Got Beatles, Past Masters, which is also a greatest hits and double album. And I got Eagles' greatest hits, which is also a double album. It's got Greatest Hits Volume 1 and Greatest Hits Volume 2, and they were all packaged into a little slide-in sleeve that I don't have them in because that was kind of hard to put it in there. And this is just for the ease of showing you fine folks today. So, yeah. 1 album, which was a double album. 2nd album, which was a double album. And 3rd album, which was a double album. And since there were 2... buy 2 get 1 free, then that means, because they're all about $30, so I got this one for 30, and then this one for 30, and then this one for free. So if you do the math and break it down, kids, since they're double albums, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 records of nothing but hits for $60. That's $10 an album. I haven't paid that for a record since, like, I don't know, 1992. So, yay. Go back 30 years on prices. Not a bad deal at all. So let's see. I guess we'll get to the Eagles first. I'm not a huge Eagles fan. My mom is, and I remember finding that out when I was a kid, when I was like 10 years old, and I went to my first concert ever, which was Kiss, for their Animalize tour back in like 84. And my mom took me, and it was a very interesting show. I remember sitting there with just like a bunch of metalheads and my mom, and like Paul Stanley, you know, doing like crowd work and stuff, and he's like, "How many of you people out in New Orleans like to fuck?" And I'm just like, yeah, I like to fuck. Like, just thinking that in my head, and I was like, I mean, I haven't done it with anyone else yet, but yeah. So that's an interesting question for, like, you know, some dude in his 30s to be screaming out to, among everyone else, a 10-year-old boy who's there with his 30-year-old mom, or mom of any age. I don't think any parent wants to sit there while some hedonistic rock star is asking if they like to fuck. And I remember walking out of there in the parking lot, mom being like, "God, that was nothing like the Eagles concert in '73." And I'm just thinking to myself, "Ugh, you're so old, Mom." But she was only 30, you know, like, for real. She had me when she was like 19, 20 years old. So 30 to, like, I'm 48. 30 to me is a baby. But, you know, perspective. You're 10 years old, you think that's pretty much one foot in the grave. Whereas, like, me, when I was 40, I remember dating a 25-year-old and being like, oh my God, that is way, 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 way young for me. Yeah, it was a bit of a midlife crisis a few months after I got divorced. So it was either that or buy a Corvette. But I didn't have money for a Corvette, and I already had a Mustang, so but yeah, so since I'm 48 now, that 25-year-old is now 33, which is still, like, older than a 30-year-old, and that girl is way too young, and so a 30-year-old is just a baby to me. But Like I said, like 4 times already, so I'll just say it again. I thought that was like old. But anyway. Yeah, I've never been like a huge Eagles fan, but there are songs that whenever I hear them on the radio, I'm like, yeah, this is cool, and I'll crank it. And these 2 albums have pretty much all those songs. So I was like, sure, I'll pick it up. Because let's see what we got on Volume 1, shall we? Take It Easy, good one. Witchy Woman, right? Lion Eyes. And I know a lot of these songs sound the same, but when you like a band, it's okay if the music sounds the same, because that's why you like them. Already Gone. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Desperado. Dude, I remember having a friend of mine who, whenever he would hear that song, he would just like get really emotional and tear up. It was kind of weird, but what are you gonna do? I haven't heard from him in a while. Last I remember hearing, he moved up to New York. I think he might have been dating some girl named Elaine. I don't know. One of These Nights, yeah. Tequila Sunrise, not bad. Take It to the Limit, probably my favorite Eagles song. That's one of my favorite songs of all time. I don't know, it's really cool. Peaceful Easy Feeling, not bad. Best of My Love, yeah, not a bad song at all. I won't skip it. And that's album 1. Let's see what we got on album 2. Hotel California. Now I know that is a played out song, but for me, I still love it. Like 35 years of listening to that song, I still really like it. There's a lot of other like classic rock played out songs that I'm just kind of like, yeah, like Hendrix, Doors for the most part. Like it's okay, but I'm not never like ooh. But like Hotel California, if it comes on the radio and I'm like, I don't know, a few blocks from my house, I'll drive around, let the whole thing play, because I really, really like that song. Or I might just pull up, sit in the driveway with it, jamming, and just be like, yeah. Heartache Tonight, yeah, pretty good. Seven Bridges Road, don't know that one. Victim of Love, it's okay. Sad Cafe, it's okay. Life in the Fast Lane, I like it. Song about drug dealers and fucking party people and cocaine. Even though I've never done cocaine, but yeah. I can't tell you why. That's a good little slow jam, kind of take it to the limit style. New Kid in Town, not that big a fan. Long Run, dude, yeah, it's got the waka guitar on it. After the Thrill Is Gone, can't remember that song, but so yeah, pretty solid, and $10 each, so not too shabby. Now let's see, Hot Rocks. I mean, pretty much an essential album. What we got on here? Time Is on My Side, Heart of Stone, Play with Fire, Satisfaction, As Tears Go By, Get Off of My Cloud, Mother's Little Helper, 19th Nervous Breakdown, Painted Black. Dude, Under My Thumb, you kidding me? Ruby Tuesday, Let's Spend the Night Together, one of my favorite songs also. Jump Jack Flash, Street Fighting Man, Sympathy for the Devil, Honky Tonk Woman, Gimme Shelter, Midnight Rambler, live version, Can't Always Get What You Want, Brown Sugar, and Wild Horses. Like, for real. If this had Rocks Off on it, it'd be perfect for me. Because Rocks Off is like probably my favorite Stone song. Or Painted Black. That's been like a favorite for Evs. Like I saw the Stones from their Steel Wheels tour back in 1989 when I was like 15 years old. I was a little punk rock kid at the time, but still liked the Stones. Still loved Painted Black. And I remember when I'm sitting at the show and there were a couple of friends of mine from high school, and I was like, all right, if they play Painted Black, I'm getting a shirt. And after about an hour, they played it, and I went and got a shirt. So yay, goody goody gumdrops. And when they played Honky Tonk Woman, like they had these like huge inflatable women, like 40 feet tall, sitting on like the amps, the Marshall stacks and whatever. So yeah, it was a cool show. Living Color opened up for him. Like, dude, can't get much better than that. So, oh yeah, and Painted Black. I think that was like the opening theme for China Beach. It was one of those like late 80s Vietnam TV shows, and since my dad was in Vietnam and was an alcoholic, I got to watch all those shows and then watch him have PTSD flashbacks. So that was cool. The best one of those was when we went to go see Platoon on opening night, and we got to stand outside in the theater with a bunch of just traumatized veterans. So yeah, that was very interesting, and kind of fucked up because that war kind of did a number on a lot of people. But anywho, and then finally, the Beatles, past masters, or the Beatle, because of the hype sticker. But no, see, there's an S. It's all four of them. Isn't that exciting? And yeah, dude, Love Me Do all the way up to, Let It Be, and Oh, You Know My Name, Look Up the Number, which is just fun and funny and yeah, super cool. Got a lot of good stuff over their illustrious career, and I originally had this on like double cassette or double CD. I remember like one was black and one was white, but it's finally available on vinyl, like I think just like within the last year or two. And dude, gatefold, got the boys there, pretty awesome. I believe that they're an anti-static sleeves. They are, yay. And so like volume 1 with like the early stuff has the Parlophone label, and then the second disc from their later stuff has the Apple Core label, and it even comes with a Nito Pachito booklet. More pictures. Dude, look at that. They got like so many words and stuff you can read too. Don't you love reading words, boys and girls? You should. More words and pictures. Boom. What more do you want? Well, what more do you want? You haven't told me. So, yarsh. And I don't think the other ones came with inserts. But, Hot Rocks is also a gatefold. So let's see what we got in there, shall we? Hi, it's me, Mick, and Keith, and Ron Wood, and Charlie. Like, there, you got all the boys there. What's up? Yeah. Isn't it great? Isn't it? It is. So that was my Target Black Friday / Cyber Monday deal that I got. 6 albums, $60, $10 a piece. Are you freaking kidding me? Hit a wall. So, on that note, I bid you all a fond farewell. Laters.